In this video, we're gonna talk about, man, look, let the credit get a job for you. Let the credit wake up every morning at 5 in the morning and work a job. Let your credit work. One of the things I've been telling you guys about the Toro, we're gonna start back with that. When I see people get $80,000 credit cards and $50,000 credit cards, you work a job, you should be damn ashamed of yourself. You really should be ashamed of yourself. You have $40,000, $50,000 in credit cards, and you work a job, you should be ashamed of yourself. 800 credit score, right? With an 800 credit score and $50,000 in credit cards, you can take one credit card and put a deposit on 5 cars at the dealership, and you can take them all out in your name, and you can go ahead and put all them cars on Toro and rent them mugs out. Why are people slaving for fictitious debt notes and they can have credit work for them? They giving people motherfucking $500,000 homes. If people got $100,000, $200,000 in equity in their home and they not taking it out, are you guys slaves to money or something like that? Like, seriously. With the type of credit I be seeing people have access to and they don't use it, I look at them like, you gotta be crazy mentally. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. No, I'm a fucking scenario. This is a real story. So my mother and her fiance, right, they always argue over bills. He arguing with her, she arguing with him. Now imagine, he have perfect credit. Perfect, right? And I mean, when I say perfect, I mean history. Because you can have a 680 and have perfect credit if you got 15 years in history, 100% payment history. Trust me, that person with that 670 with 15 years of history on his credit, he's going to do way better than the person with 800 credit who got no history. Trust me. So he have all of this credit. The bank that I bank with, they offer him, they get him 3 auto loans over $250,000. So he used $70,000 up, and he sent another $140,000 back. He said, I don't need the rest, y'all take the rest. And I told him, and I said, you hollering and getting mad at my mama about the damn bills, and you just gave them back $140,000 in credit? Credit. And I say, the reason why you in the situation that you're in, because you don't have that business mentality. A lot of y'all have consumer mentalities. If you deny a loan for $100,000, you are a damn slave. You are a slave. If your bank gave you $1 million in a loan, offer you $1 million in a loan, you are a damn slave. You are a slave. Because you don't have the business mentality to even or differentiate what you can really do with it. If they give you up to $140,000 of spending for a car, do y'all realize what you can do with those cars? How you can rent them out? How you can lease out the car? You can lease out of a car that you got a lease on. You can lease a car out what you got a lease on, and people will pay you for it. And on top of that, you can sell the damn car and still pay back on the payments. That's another loophole that people don't even tell you. You can sell your car, right? Finance, right? And the builder buy all the parts from you. It'd be really like buying parts. They could buy a brand new engine, whatever. Say if you bought the car for $120,000, then the person who buying it from you, they'll say, look, I give you $90,000 on it. And say if you was paying them back, say if you would pay the bank back every month for that car that you got on because you want to keep the credit going. That's the goal. The goal is to keep using the credit. If you get $100,000, you're supposed to keep using the credit until you can't use it no more. That's the game of Monopoly. And then on top of that, they willing to give him over $200,000 in the equity line of credit, and he don't want to use that. And so I'm telling him, man, let your credit work for you. Why the hell are you working so hard, stressing out over a damn $100 ticket, and you can be using $200,000-$300,000 in equity line of credit to rebuild your house, sell a home, get some real estate property. Stop being a damn slave to credit. And you can go ahead and keep maximizing your portfolio. That's the whole thing about the credit. The banks invest into real property. The banks is willing to give you anything you want as long as it has real property and equity, and they're gonna give it to you. The bank's gonna give it to you. They wanna get this shit out. Trust me. My loan officer, Amanda, at Navy Federal, she called me all day, every single day. And she said, Taquan, sign the paper, sign the agreement. Because guess what? She get a percentage. And guess what? I found out that house got $200,000 in equity, brand new construction. I can sell it for $700,000. I'm with it too. Why not take the $200,000? It don't hit me personally anyway. But even if it did, even if say flip the script, everything on my social security number, I'm getting a profit regardless. Because I refuse to wake up at 5 in the morning every single day, wipe the crust out of my damn eyes to go work at Sam's Club. What's the place called again? Walmart. Yeah, $11 an hour. And there's no tax on anybody work a job. But if you have that opportunity, use it. Because you need to show other people who are in those positions a way out. Because people who live in day-to-day lives and not understand how this financial system works, and people want to learn this stuff. You got people out there who been working their whole life. They want to learn how the business works. They want to know how to make money. They want to know how can I use my credit. You got people out there really want to learn this stuff. There's nobody out there to teach them. There's nobody to teach them. Nobody giving them this game. Nobody putting them on point. Getting them on point with this information. So if you got credit cards, you need to be making a move today. Get you a restaurant. Get you some cars from the dealership and put them on Turo. Or you can get some cars from the dealership and you can resell them motherfuckers. A lot of rebuilders who got rebuilders and dealers license, they'll love to buy a car that's financed. So they can strip them down and they can resell the whole car for almost what it's worth. The only thing they can't get is the frame. Because the frame got the VIN number on it, so they can't do that. So you can resell the cars at you get 70-80% of the value, but $80,000 out of $100,000, you fucking crazy? Even if you walk away with $80,000 for a $100,000 car purchase, do you know how much leverage they give you and time they give you to pay back your credit and keep things on the flow? And you can get more mortgages and take that equity from that and rent those properties out. And you can take that and you can get you another apartment building and you can put plans up in there. And what the fuck? The game don't ever stop. That's the thing. That's the good thing about credit. It never stops until you crash all your blocks. Once you crash all your blocks, you gotta start over. You feel me? You gotta start the whole game back over. You gotta start the whole game back over. But it's fun. It's easy to start the game back over. It's not hard. It just, you gotta be very calculative when you do it. You gotta say, okay, this gotta go right here. That has to go right there. This has to go right there. That has to go right there. It's just like a puzzle. I'm out.